stop! Well, I say 6. It's actually 7. I'm lazy. This month has been pretty much a write-off anyway because, to be honest, losing weight has not been at the forefront of my mind lately. While that means that certain aspects of my life, particularly pertaining to diet and exercise, have been pretty slack, it's also been really nice to not worry about it. And yes, I know I've still got a long way to go. There's still a good 15 kgs of excess left upon this person, but just for once to not look in the mirror and hate, absolutely despise what I see looking back at me, that is lifted off my shoulders, and I've been enjoying that. Now I'm starting to feel like, okay, you've had your fun, it's starting to show, it's time to make another really good, concerted, solid effort to get back into it. So I tried to have a perfect week. I was alright for the first 3 days, and then the next 3 days, day 7, I had something of an epiphany. I realised I am going to fuck up all the time. I'm sorry, but I am. That is who I am. I fuck up. I want to have a frozen Coke. I would rather have the frozen Coke than not have the frozen Coke and to be perfect. What I don't want, I just turned very sassy, what I don't want is the burden attached to that, the feelings of failure and of greed. I'm not saying I want to live off pizza and chocolate and soda every day, all day. I'm just saying that I really want a frozen Coke now. I don't want to be that kind of dieter where everything is a diet, basically. Everything's planned and perfect, and if you stick to that, you're successful. And if you deviate from that even a tiny bit, you're a failure. Because this is me, this is my life, and I want to be a little bit naughty a lot of the time. Doesn't take away from how far I've come and how far I can go. I completed the 5k 101, I finished the 30-day shred, I ran a 6k, I lost 28 kgs, I stopped feeling completely rubbish about myself. It just needs to come together into one delicious, sticky, harmonious, sing-song lifestyle. The balance, the elusive balance, that's all I'm after. 4 meals a day, one of them, if I so choose, can be a little bit on the chocolatey side. 2+ litres of water, as much physical activity as I can possibly cram in, and a few pills here and there to keep my hair in my scalp. Which brings me to sort of my first surgery related topic. Apparently hair loss does slow down around 6 to 8 months. For me, yeah, hair loss is still quite scary. Typically I was losing this much every time I washed my hair or brushed my hair. I didn't even know there was that much hair on my head. So I had heard about this product called biotin that was apparently really good for strengthening your hair and preventing hair loss. I noticed the difference within a week. Obviously, the healthier your hair is, the better it's going to stay in your scalp. The more protein you get, that's going to help. Biotin is going to help. I'm still suffering a lot from acid reflux. I don't tend to notice any particular type of food that does it more than others, or any particular time and day where I'm more prone to it. Nothing like that. It seems to be pretty random. It is very uncomfortable. It is literally like acid in your throat, like a burning acid. I generally just try and wait it out. Cold water helps, cold milk helps, and other than that I won't eat or drink anything else until it's past, and then I'll just take it really slowly. I am still a binge eater. I see food, I want to put as much of it as possible, as fast as possible, into my face. So when I get into that binge mode, and I eat a little too fast, it hurts. It hurts like a bitch. And that is the point. That is the entire point of this surgery. I now no longer can binge, and it may suck at the time because I'm like, no, I want to keep eating. If you eat slow, you can have a decent meal. You can actually sit down and get away with, you know, not telling people that you've had the surgery. You can just say, oh, I'm watching what I'm eating, so I'm just having a small portion and I'm going to pace myself. They don't need to know. If you eat slowly, you can eat a lot. Not a lot, but you can eat a decent portion worth that it doesn't look weird. If you eat quickly, you are going to eat a very small amount and you're going to feel sick. It does pass quite quickly. Your stomach's very small. It's going to get rid of that amount of food fairly easily, so don't panic. Last but not least is just happiness. This surgery has made me into a happier, healthier, fitter, more confident, self-assured person. I can walk up a hill now without sweating and grunting and complaining. I still do. I still don't like working out, but if I just get on there and do it, I feel so good. And finally, just like I said before, this is the first New Year's, first New Year's I can remember that I haven't had to give myself that weight loss pep talk. You know the one. Okay girl, this is it. This is the year, your year for weight loss. You're finally gonna lose the weight and turn American. For once, I'm just safe and secure in the knowledge that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm losing weight. I've come this far. I'm not stopping now. Doesn't matter if it takes me the whole year, but I am going to get to goal. The number to beat was 76.9, I believe. That was my weight after the 30-day shred. So, fingers crossed. 76.2, yay! Another 0.7 kgs down. I don't know the last time that I actually took these measurements. I think it was about 3 months post-op or something like that. Bust was 110, is now 103, so minus 7 centimeters on the bust. Waist was 94. Waist is now 84, so that's a whole 10 centimeters off the waist. Hips were 110. Hips are now 103, 7 centimeters off the hips as well. Arms were 34. Arms are now 32. Only 2 centimeters off the arms, that's alright. Thighs were 64. Thighs are now 57! 7 centimeters off the thigh. Hooray!